I love that. All right, Andy is live at George Steinbrenner Field for the first day of pitchers and catchers. Andy, we just heard Boone allude to it, but how was the early feel in camp this year compared to last year?
I did forget about Yankee Doodle Andy. Nice to be reminded. Thanks to everyone for that. Yeah, so you heard Boone's passion on that topic was interesting today. And that's primarily what we've heard, because we only heard from Boone today. Some pitchers came and went real quick. There were physicals being done today. So we're going to have to take Boone's word for it. And what he was saying across the street, what he means is Himes, their minor league complexes across the street. And that's where guys were reporting as soon as like right after New Year's a year ago, when they were so unhappy and embarrassed and angry about the way the 23 season had gone. Guys are reporting in legitimately the best shapes of their lives last year, and there really was that edge. Haven't seen a lot of players here yet, but the manager's been thinking about this a lot. Like, that's something that has to be organic. How do you generate that? How do you create that same edge that helped to propel the Yankees into the World Series last year? I think that's kind of a TBD, and it's frankly something to watch as more players trickle in.
All right, Boone said DJ LeMahieu is healthy. Is he the Yankees' third baseman, Andy?
No, so I heard what you guys were talking about there in the first segment, and what Boone had to say is basically how the Yankees are framing this privately too. You have those three internal options, and someone might emerge. It's less likely that they'll name a third baseman and just kind of mix and match a little bit. But I will say something to make Laura and Emmanuel happy. I don't see any reason why Oswald Peraza can't have significant playing time at third base this year. This is a prospect that the organization really loved for a long time. They're a little bit weirded out that it hasn't gone that well over the past couple years in his development, but they're willing to give him another shot and see if he can grab it. In terms of the other bigger names externally that you guys talked about, Nolan Arenado's he's not coming to the Yankees. They've never been interested in him in a trade. It's just the way it's been all offseason. And Bregman, they actually did look into and talk about earlier in the offseason, but then they allocated that money to so many other players, Fried and Bellinger and Devin Williams in that trade, etc. So the money that they would have paid to an Alex Bregman has long since been spent. So it won't be one of those big name guys.
All right, Andy, I read your column on SNY.TV, so make sure you check that out. But what did Boone say about his future with just this year left on his contract?
Yeah. He just said he openly acknowledged that they've talked about an extension, Boone and the organization have, which is more than we knew to begin with. I'll say this is something I would look to get done way sooner than later. The Yankees don't take manager or GM contract extension talks into the regular season. So if this is happening, and I strongly believe that it will happen because of the mutual affection between Boone, Steinbrenner's, Cashman, it's been a fit for a long time, and they still want it to be. So I think Aaron Boone's going to agree to an extension. It'll be announced sometime during spring training. That's my feel.
All right, Andy, thanks as always for the information. We'll catch up with you soon. Enjoy your time in Tampa.